the area of land, we are always looking at new options, new ways, different ways in which we can expand our physical space. Reclamation, of course, is one thing we've always been doing, but even reclamation has its limits because sand is not always easy to come by. And that's why we are now embarking on an innovative polder project which will allow us to reclaim land with significantly less sand. So it will allow us to reduce our reliance on sand for reclamation purposes. This boulder will be on low-lying land. In fact, it will be about 1.2 meters below sea level. We will use much less sand, and yet we can create significant amount of space. With this boulder project, we are creating about 810 hectares of space, which is equivalent to 2 Toa Payohs. So it's huge space, which will provide many more options, more space for SCF training here. And by doing so, we will also be able to use space on the main Singapore island for other developmental purposes, like housing and other things. So this really expands our physical space options. The polder project is important also for another reason, which is that it helps us to build capabilities. Because in the long term, we know that we are facing the threat of climate change, sea levels rising, and we are low-lying in Singapore. And so with this project, I think the experience that we gain in learning how to build dikes, in learning how to manage coastal areas, this will be very important for us as we deal with the threat of climate change in the longer term. So this is really a project not just about expanding our physical space, but also about building up capabilities and making ourselves a more resilient nation in the longer term.